ಹಲೋ, ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿನ್ಮಾ.
Hello.
ಹಲೋ,
Yes, madam. Hello.
What is in progress? Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Are you able to hear me? Anil Yerra joining.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Sir, actually, our professor sir will not be part of today's session as he has his own sessions. He told me to inform you, sir.
Okay, okay, no worries.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and I mean, are all the participants there? I just wanted to check if I don't see a lot of videos on still. I mean, I have a few. Can all of you come on your videos and, we can start the session? I'll give you another quick 10-15 seconds. Please switch on your videos so that we can see who all are there, right? I'm also going to switch on my videos. Okay, can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you, Rohit, Madan, Sikionics, Hubli, Vaishali Computers, SH System, Kavita Computers. Kavita Computers is completely in, dark light. I think there's some backlight, so I'm not able to see the faces. I'm only able to see silhouettes. Only some kind of shadows. Maybe you can switch on some lights. Yes. All right. So quite a few of you are still not on camera for some reason. I'll not waste time on that. Yeah. Can you, one last request, kindly, last time I'm requesting, kindly put on your cameras. Okay. So good to be back here again for this session. And nice to see all of you. So today we will do an interesting thing. We've been talking about problem solving, right? So we will kind of cover something very interesting. I wanted to check before, see, all of you mostly are, how many of you are with work experience? The students, you're all fresh, right? I mean, none of you have any, any few months or a year, some of you with any work experience at all. Just type in the chat box. Am I, somebody says not audible. Am I audible? Can I get a yes if I'm audible in the chat box?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I'm audible, right? Okay, thank you. So anybody in the students, how many of the students have got any work experience of any kind at all? If I don't get any response on the chat box, I'm assuming none of you have any experience at all, right? Absolutely no experience. It's just
And your majority don't have experience.
Rohit, yes. I was Rohit, 5 years of experience. Pooja, anybody else with work experience, even if it is a few months or a few years or whatever, just type it into the chat box. Anybody has work experience?
Yes, sir, here. So I have 4.8 years experience from the.
Just type in the chat box, please. Yeah, because just type in the chat box how many years of work experience you have, if anybody has. Okay.
You have to solve.
If anybody has a question, you may, I mean, actually speak up. You can unmute yourself and speak up, but otherwise, okay. Not the faculty, only the students. Only the students, how many, if they have any work experience. Like Rohit, you're a student, but you have 5 years of experience. Raichur, Hafsa, Muhammad, T2. So what's your name? Raichur, Hafsa, Muhammad. You have 5 years. Okay. Who else? Who else has got any work experience? Okay. So you're all, so you are basically, okay, I have one more chat. Hi, I'm Abhijit from Vaishali Computers, having 4 years of experience on SAP. Okay. So you are a student, right? All those who are responding, I'm expecting they're all students. I'm expecting the students to respond. How many of you, okay, now let me ask one more question. Let's see if you're actually hearing me and responding properly or not. How many of you have 0 years of experience? 0 years of experience. Type in the chat box 0 if you have 0 years of work experience. Just type 0. If you are a student and if you have no work experience, just type 0 in the chat box. Okay, if you are in the classroom on your behalf, whoever is handling that thing, they can just mention 0. Okay, so now I see a lot more responses, which means at least 5 of you are hearing. What about the others? They neither have work experience nor do they have 0 years of work experience. So where are you? I'm curious to know. At least both together should add up to all the students who are participating in the session, right? Yeah. Okay. 4 students, 0 year experience, Kionics Hubli to everyone. Okay. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4 students there in Hubli. I think it's always the same seating arrangement, right? I mean, you're all sitting in the same seats, the same, most of you are sitting in the same, you have your favorite chairs, favorite seats and favorite places to sit, looks like. Okay. All right. Hina, Anusha, Madhu, Ravi, Akhil and Shweta are having 0 experience. Vaishali computers. Okay. Okay. So now let me ask you one interesting question. How many of you want, after this course, how many of you want to start getting work experience? Start getting, I mean, how many of you are doing this course or doing whatever you're learning, right? You're doing that for, no, I don't want all of us. I mean, I just want the numbers. Yeah, okay. In this case, Vaishali computers, all of us is fine. Yeah. How many of you want to, who doesn't want to get work experience? Who does not want to get work experience? Okay, fine. So tell me one thing. If you want to get going with your experience, if you want to start earning, you want a job, you want to be placed in good companies, what kind of roles do you think you want to get into? Do you even know what kind of roles you want to get into? I mean, you're just doing that course, assuming they will ask you something, you'll answer something, and then you will get into that role. Or do you have an idea of what kind of role you will be getting into? What is it that you will be doing? Do you have any designations in mind? I mean, what will you become? Okay, Rohit is saying he will become a data scientist. He wants to become a data scientist. What about the others? You're all doing some course, right? Some specialization, some topics, some technologies, and all of that you're learning. What role do you want to get into? I want to become a developer, cloud developer. Halima Raichu. Okay, good. I want that answer typed in the chat box. Okay. Yeah. And if you're absolutely clear what kind of role you want to get into, you can speak up. Or maybe you can first type in, and then I will pick up each one of you to understand what your aspiration is, right? Okay. Raichur, Hafsa, you are a teacher, okay, but what do you want to get into? If you are, please type. So I've only got 3 answers: data scientist, cloud developer, and backend programmer. Kionics Hubli. Everybody wants to become a backend programmer in Kionics Hubli. If you are a group of people, just type your name and your what is the designation you want to get into, what kind of a role you want to get into. Okay. So otherwise, if you just say, I mean, obviously, if I see under Kionics or whatever, someplace, want to become a developer, I need to know who that person is. If you are a group of people, write your name and your desired designation. What do you want to become once you get out of this, education process? Only 4 or 5. What about the rest? What about the rest? What about the rest? Then why are we even sitting and discussing it? Okay, I'll pick up some. Okay, Kionics Hubli. There are, I think I can see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in Kionics Hubli. And of those, I think a few are faculty or something. Can I ask Kionics Hubli to speak up and can you share what you want to become, the students, one by one? You can open your mic, unmute yourself. And the students, I want the students to respond by saying, what do they want to become? What is their aspiration? See, it's like this. Okay, I mean, if you're not clear, it's like this. If you want to go to a restaurant and then you just say, will you go to a restaurant and tell the people to serve you whatever they have, or you have a choice? You have a choice, right? I take that example of restaurant because it's very easy to connect. If you want chapati, you will order chapati. If you want idli, you will order idli. If you want Western food, you will order Western food. Or will you go and tell them every time, okay, you give me whatever you want and I will eat whatever you give me? Okay, Raichur Hafsa Mohammadi, she's raised her hand. Yeah, please go ahead. Can you unmute yourself and speak up, Raichur, if you've got some question or something? I see you raising your hand. Yeah, go ahead, Raichur. Is that, am I pronouncing your name properly? Is that okay? And I see that you have raised your hand. Can you put on your video and then speak up? Okay, no response. Okay, let's go from Kionics Hubli. Kionics Hubli, can you please unmute yourself and speak up? Can we have you on the mic? Okay.
I want to become a good Python programmer.
You want to become a good Python programmer, but why did you not respond in the chat?
Sir, responding.
Sorry, you have mentioned that, is it, in the chat? Yes, you mentioned that. Okay, fine. What about the person next to you? I want all the students to tell me. You want to become a Python developer, right? Your name, what is your name? So that in the process, I will also know your name, right? Through the Pushpa. Okay. Be clear, okay? Be very clear when you're speaking out your name and you're telling. Be very confident, right? I want to become this. And if you say, I don't mind if you say, my name is Pushpa and I'm doing these courses, I'm not clear what I want to become yet. That is also a perfect answer. That is also a proper answer. Yes. If you are not clear, you can say, my name is Pushpa. I'm still not clear what I want to do after this course. That is a perfectly fair answer. Okay. It's not that you have to know exactly. Okay. So this goes for everybody. Okay. Next.
Hello, sir. My name is Namrata.
Okay.
Even I want to become a good programmer, Python programmer.
You want to become a good programmer. Okay. Okay. So have you typed that in the chat box? Your name and your programmer? You should have mentioned that, your name and programmer. Did you mention? I mean, you may not have typed it yourself, but did you ask someone on your behalf to type it? Have you typed it when I was asking you to chat? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Why? I'm asking you a question, right? So if I'm asking you to do something, some activity, so we are here for 2 hours. If I'm asking you to do some activity, you should do that. You can just tell, please type, my name is this, please type this in the chat box. If that is also very difficult, then how will we even proceed with the sessions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next one, whoever is the student in the next one, please give the mic to that person. Yeah. Am I seeing you for the first time? I think you're here for the first time.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
My name is Taha. I'm not clear. I'm studying BCA final year.
You're studying BCA final year. And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Taha.
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 Okay, Taha. Okay, so you, so what is your thing? You're not clear what you want to do, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fair enough. But I want to ask you, you have any idea what you want to do? I mean, some idea, some vague idea what you want to do after you study? I mean, after you do this course?
Basically, I like to do marketing.
Okay.
But digital marketing kind of thing.
You want to do something like digital marketing. Okay, something in the area of digital marketing.
Yes.
Do you want to do coding and programming, or you want to be a digital marketer? You want to market, do digital marketing for somebody.
Marketing, sir.
Okay, your area of interest is marketing, right? Digital marketing. That's what you're saying. Vaguely, maybe not completely clear, but you're thinking. So what is the full form of your course? What is the BCA you said, right? What is the full form?
Bachelor in Computer Application.
Bachelor in Computer Applications. So if you have to become a digital marketer, why? What kind of courses are you taking? Okay, let me ask you this question. Whatever courses you're taking, these new courses and whatever you're learning, why are you learning these courses? Why do you think you are doing these courses, and how will they help you in future? One example, give me one example.
Maybe in web development kind of, we can be helpful. Using Python as a developer, we can use digital marketing, and that's it, sir. I'm not clear yet.
Okay, you're not clear. Fine, not an issue. So don't worry. I'm not trying to, you don't have to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life right now. Okay, so don't worry. I just want to understand how clear each one of you is in doing something. So right now, see, from your answer, what I'm understanding is you are also thinking about Python programming and all the development and developer, web developer and all of that. Along with that, you're also saying I have an interest in digital marketing. So there is a lot of confusion at this point of time. There is some confusion. What do you exactly want to do? Possibly because you don't even know what is available. What are the kind of roles people can do? Right? That could be one reason. What kind of roles are available in the market? What can I do? Unless you know that, you will not be able to take a decision, right? Okay. Okay. Next person, next student in this classroom, whoever is a student.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Rashmi Verenekar.
Okay.
I'm working as a faculty in Kionics.
I'm sorry?
Working as faculty, sir.
No, your voice broke. So there's I think you to hold it a little. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Working as a faculty, sir, in Kionics.
You want to work as a faculty?
No, sir. Still
you are working as a faculty already.
Yes,
then, I mean, I'm only asking for students. Whoever is a student, I want them to respond. Okay. Yeah. Who else is a student? Everybody is done here?
Sir, actually, a few of the faculties from Kionics also have been nominated for this course. Like from my center, Gulbarga, like 2 of them faculties have nominated themselves.
For the course, they want to undergo the course. Okay, yes. Fair enough. So the reason why I'm saying faculty is, last time you remember in this session, only the faculty end up, speaking, and then the students are all, this thing. So, okay, go ahead. Even the faculty can speak. And okay, if you're a faculty, please tell me the aspiration you have. What do you want to do next? And that's fair enough, but I don't want the students to keep quiet. I mean, the ones who don't have any experience, I want them to speak up primarily. Okay. Right, all right. So Kionics Hubli, please go ahead. That lady, please introduce your name once again and tell me what you want to do. Kionics Hubli. Kionics Hubli. Please come on the screen. Yeah. Switch on your. Yeah. You were saying, no, I am a faculty, that lady in a pink dress. Yeah, you said you are a faculty, but what do you want to do?
Sir, I want to learn AI Pythons.
You want to learn AI Python. What faculty are you? What do you teach currently? If you're a faculty, what is it that you're teaching?
MS Office.
You're teaching MS Office. You want to also learn AI Python, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And how many years have you been a faculty?
14 years.
14 years you've been a faculty. Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Yes.
Rashmi, sir.
Rashmi. Okay. Thank you. So you want to learn AI Python. You want to add that to your, you want to keep adding that so that you want to continue being a faculty. That's your ambition. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Who else in this room, in this classroom? Anybody else is there? Okay, rest are all faculties, right? I mean, they are, senior faculty. And okay, fine. Next, let us go to, if I don't see others picking up the mic and speaking, I'm going to pick up like this, each one of you sequentially. So Saujanya, you were there, you were speaking. Can you speak next?
Yes, sir. I'm second line faculty.
Okay.
I'm based in Bangalore. So I'm currently working for a company called Samsung. So I have an experience of
Samsung. Okay.
I'm working for Samsung. So I have 8 years of experience and currently my role is BI specialist.
Okay, so you are also second line faculty for this program as well, is it? Along with that? Okay,
yes.
Fine.
This
So where are your students?
Out of my interest.
So where are your
my students are in Gulbarga, so I'm doing online now, but weekends we are traveling to Gulbarga.
Okay, no. So are your students here in this group now today?
No, sir. How come? I mean, yeah, they are.
So can you ask them to speak for themselves and tell, announce what they want to do? Yeah. So you can announce it on the screen right now, telling your students to speak up.
Pooja, quickly. Yeah, hold it a bit closer. Be a little bit loud, okay? I want you to pass on. Once you're done, pass it to the next person, okay? Here you go, sir.
Yeah, Pooja. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. While you're doing all this exercise, you should test all of these things beforehand. Okay, you should test all of these things beforehand. You have everything available. You have the mic, you have Zoom calls, everything is available. Don't get into all this because we'll waste a lot of time in the session otherwise. Okay, yeah, please go ahead, Pooja. What do you want to do? Okay, you're working as a faculty.
Yes, sir. And even I am learning.
No, so I think there's a lot of echo in this. While you settle this, can we go on to the next person? Otherwise, it's going to waste a lot of time. No. Okay, so what we will do is Kavita Computers, please fix this and we will come back to you. After this, before that, we will go to the next next person, whoever that is. Who is next? Kionix Belgavi. Kionix Belgavi. I'm picking up Kionix Belgavi. Can you please come on the audio and speak up?
So myself, Vidyashri.
Yeah, yourself?
Vidyashri.
Vidyashri. Yes, Vidyashri. I remember you. Yeah.
Sir, I want to become a cloud.
You are the VR person, right? Virtual reality. You are interested in virtual reality, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Gaming.
Yeah. So I will remember virtual reality and your name. So fine. Okay. What is it that you want to do?
Sir, in cloud, I want to become a developer.
You also want to become a cloud developer. You want to become a developer. Okay. Okay. So programmer, developer. Okay. What about the other three? Why don't you all sit in a line so that it is easy? See, when you're there in the video, you're all hiding behind each other so that I don't pick you, right? You should also sit in a, so that we can see you all, right? Yeah. And this person, okay. Now you can speak up. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Janayat. I'm a software developer, sir.
You want to become a software developer. Okay. All right. Next.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Pratika. I want to become web developer.
You want to become?
Web developer.
Web developer. Is it correct? Web developer. Okay. Why web developer? Why not a software developer?
Yeah, so in web development, I want to develop some kind of applications that will help in organizations.
You want to build some applications which are going to help organization. Okay. No, let them finish. No, after that only we'll come to you. Kavita Computers. Right now we are at Kionics Belgavi. Let them finish. Let Kionics Belgavi finish, please. Okay. Kavita Computers, please mute yourself. We are speaking to Kionics Belgavi right now. Please mute yourself right now. Okay, Kionics Belgavi, continue.
Yes, I want to become a web developer. The reason I want is I want to develop the application which will help in the organization. For example, any broadband company, like one portal or kind of application that's going to help to users to access their data, analyze data, that and also.
Okay. Okay, I'm happy that you built some confidence to elaborate your answer a little more than the others. Okay, all right. What about the boy sitting in front of you? What is his name?
So I am third level faculty.
So you should also sit. Are you able to see yourself on the screen? By the way, you're able to see, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're half cut. I mean, on the screen, you're half cut, right? So either you should change your chair or you should sit, maybe maybe you can come to the cornermost chair or something like that. Anyway, you can do that next time. Right now, you finish it. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Next time when you're sitting, please make sure that you're sitting in a way so that everybody is visible on the screen, right? Online. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you can answer now. What do you want to do? Are you a student? No, I didn't understand at all. First of all, you have to introduce your name and then what do you want to do?
I want to become a full stack developer.
Your name is slowly?
Vivek Ranjan.
Vivek Ranjan. Right?
Yes, sir.
And what do you want to do?
Full stack developer.
What developer?
Full stack developer I want to do.
Okay, why that? Why do you want to specifically do that? What is the reason? There are so many other areas.
I am interested in this field only, to design something.
Okay. You want to design something. Do you have any idea what you will design or anything interesting you saw, you feel you want to do something like this?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate?
So if I saw the Facebook page, then I just upload to different looks like that.
Okay. Acha, tell me one thing, all of you. I mean, I'm asking each one of you, all of you should observe how the other person is answering and how I'm asking the question. Okay. Now, supposing I'm taking your interview. Okay. Let's assume I'm taking your interview. I'm calling you from a company and speaking with you. And nowadays, everything is online also. They might first, because everybody can't afford to go to every place and visit you and see you in person and all of that. First of all, they will do an online, maybe telephonic, or maybe they will, speak with you on the video call. If you answer questions like this, the way I'm asking you and the way you answer, do you think you will get the job? First of all, I'm hunting for people to tell me what they want to do. Okay, see, let's say I'm coming from a company and I want people to work for my company. Okay, and if I have to struggle to find out what you are going to do for me, how long? First of all, I will not struggle. I will need someone who's clear what they want to do, first of all, right? And secondly, someone who's confident enough to introduce him. First of all, your introduction should be confident. You should be able to introduce yourself confidently, right? At least your name. Are you proud of your name? Are you happy about your name? You are, right? So you should introduce yourself properly. And then with confidence, you should say whatever you're saying. Even if you say, I'm not clear right now, I'm in the second year or third year of my course, and there is a lot of other things to learn. I don't know what I really want to do. Maybe 1 year later, I will be clear as to what I will be doing. That is a more confident answer than saying, I want to become this. And then I have to ask the next question. Then you will tell me one more word, and then I'll give you one. You will give me one more word, and then I'll say one more sentence. Right? So it should not be like that. Right? Exactly, right? Obviously, in the restaurant, if you go to the restaurant, you ask him, what do you have? If he just keeps quiet, he will say idli. Then you want to know what else is there, right? You want to know what else is there. He doesn't have a menu card. Aur kya hai? Then you will say, he will say dosa. Then you will say, what else is there? Then he will say, okay, roti is there. Then you will say, what else is there? You want to eat noodles, right? Let's say you want to eat noodles. He has noodles, but he's not saying that till you keep probing. Then how will you feel? You will say, okay, this restaurant, they don't even know what they have. Let me go to the next restaurant, right? Next restaurant, if you go and if you ask them and he will say, you have, I have idli, dosa, vada, this and that, noodles, everything is there. Please choose. Then he will also tell you what to choose. Our noodles are very good. Please eat noodles. Then you will immediately take noodles, right? So you have to present yourself well. All right. Are you getting my point? All the ones on the screen, at least here. Okay. There's a new entrance here. I mean, there's a new entry, student or faculty.
This is Rashmi, sir. I'm the level 4 faculty.
Okay, fine. So, I mean, this question was for the students. So, we will move on to the next classroom. Okay. All I'm asking you today all I'm asking you is please introduce yourself with confidence. And if you're clear what you want to do, tell me. If you're not clear, tell me you're not clear and why you are not clear. Okay. Fine. Let me go to another batch of students somewhere. Vaishali Computers. Let's go to okay. Who's ready? Is Kavita Computers ready? If Kavita Computers is ready, we can have them.
We are ready, sir.
Okay, please. Okay. Okay, I have this thing for Kavita Computers. Assume Pushpa. Your name is Pushpa, right? Pooja. Okay. Pooja, supposing there is an interview, okay, there is an important interview, and if in the interview you are prepared like this, this goes for everybody in the classroom, right? If you have a mic like this and then you have this thing, what is the interviewer going to do? He's going, after 2-3 attempts, he'll say, okay, I don't think I can hear you. We will schedule it another time. We will do it next time. And then that next time, if you're lucky, you will have it. If you're not lucky, you will never have that next time. So please prepare yourself for your audio next time onwards. Okay. I don't want to hear all these echoes and all because we'll waste a lot of time. There are so many other students. I don't have to spend time just with this classroom. Right. So please be prepared. If the mic is okay, you can answer. Otherwise, we are going to just hear echoes and disturb everybody. Right. Try it one more time. If it works, well and good. Otherwise, we'll go to the next classroom.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Myself, Halima from SS System, Raichur.
Okay.
I've completed my BSc and now I want to become a developer.
You have completed BSc and you want to become a developer. Okay. What do you want to develop? When you say developer, what does it really mean? What do you understand by a developer? You may be, okay, you can also say, I'm also okay with an answer like this. Okay. If you say, some of my friends have become developers and they are earning well, and therefore I think that is a good line, and therefore I also want to become a developer. That's a fair enough answer. Or my relatives, my mama ji, my chacha ji, all of their children have become developers, and therefore I also need to become a developer. So at least I want to know the reason why you want to do what you want, what you're going to do. Okay. Yeah.
Working as a software developer, and I just love the way she works, and I too have a passion of working like a developer, and I just feel that it is a good thing.
Okay. what do you understand by developing? I mean, when you say you want to become a developer, what do you think you will be doing actually in the job? You have some idea? Some idea?
Yes, sir. Being a backend developer, that is, we have to code and run programs so that we can present it to the user who is using our applications or who is using our website. We can just show that how we are like in working in backend as a backend. If we work, then what I personally love is to code. Coding personally, I love to code. So I just want to make anything, like if I launch a website of my own, help anyone to launch website of their own, then I want it to look good and to in business. If we talk about business, I want that to grow as soon as possible.
Okay, wonderful. I think you have some clarity, and it's really nice to hear you speak all this. It's nice to know your interest and why you have that interest. I will encourage you to, keep building that. Now, my question to you is, your name is, sorry, please repeat your name. Okay, so I mean, somehow it gets distorted when you're speaking. I still didn't get your name, but anyway, so Salima, is it? Halima. Okay, Halima. Okay, Halima, are you there on LinkedIn? Do you know what LinkedIn is?
Yes. Recently, I have joined LinkedIn and have seen many employees over there, sir. I've gone through many employees and I profiles, yeah.
Okay, you also have a LinkedIn profile. You have built a LinkedIn profile for yourself. Okay. So now this question goes to everybody. Can you all type in the chat box if you have a LinkedIn profile or not? Just type yes if you have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have, no need to respond. You can type yes if you have a LinkedIn profile. Okay. Okay, I've seen only 3. Halima. Okay, Halima has typed. Sunita, Rohit, Afreen, Madan. Okay, all the students, if you have a LinkedIn profile, okay. So we will get to that LinkedIn. Meanwhile, you can keep typing yes, if you have a LinkedIn profile. Meanwhile, after Halima, what about the rest of the students in the classroom? Can we now have you? Yeah. Can you speak up?
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Shwet, sir.
Your name is?
Shwet, sir.
Shwet. Okay. Okay.
I just want to.
No, your voice is not clear. I'm not able to hear you. You want to?
Web developer.
You want to become a web developer. Okay, fine. Why web developer again? I'm assuming there is some reason.
The work of web developer is creating and maintaining the websites.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Okay, what about the next one?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. But please go ahead. What else? Your name and your interest. Sorry? No. I'm not. Imagine you come for an interview. Imagine you have come for a lot of disturbance. Okay, tell me one thing. If we are supposed to interact, how will we interact if the audios are bad like this? Okay, I see Kavita computer is back on the screen. Any particular reason? Are you okay? Can you speak? What about the student in the back? Got a lot of noise. Okay, why is everybody switching on their mics?
Can I speak, sir?
Yeah, speak up.
It's Madan Kumar from SAP Systems, sir.
Okay.
I want to become cloud security manager.
Not security engineer, sir.
I only heard security management.
No, sir. Not security engineer.
Okay. What about the person behind you? I mean, not the purple, the last one. Yeah. No, the one behind. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is Madan. I want to become a data scientist.
You want to become a data scientist. You sound a little confident. Tell me why you want to become a data scientist. What research have you done?
I want to tell the truth, it is one of the highest paying jobs. Another reason is I just wanted to, I just had some interest in this because one of my friend is actually working as a data scientist. And he also told me it is an interesting profession. So I just wanted to try it.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now question to everybody. Okay, now we had this SH system and 4 people were there, Halima and then all these 3 boys, they all answered. Okay, supposing the situation was like this, I am the person who's employing and I will employ anybody who's confident in answering. I will employ and give them the particular job they want, whoever is confident in answering. So of these 4 people, what are the 4 names? One is Halima. Can you please type in your names in the chat box? Halima and all these 4 people. All the 4 people. Halima. And one is, no, from this SH system only I'll need to get the answers, no? One is Halima. Who is the other? No, Halima, can you type the names of all the students? Okay, Sohaib, Madan Kumar, Halima, and there is another Madan. There are 2 Madans, is it? Okay. Now Madan 1 and Madan 2. Who is Madan 1? Can you raise your hand? Madan 1. Okay, Madan Kumar. And who is the second Madan? Okay, Madan. So we'll have to give this different names because I'm going to do a quick interesting exercise. So this is an exercise for every Madan 2. Okay, you are Madan 2. That gray t-shirt is Madan 2 and checked shirt is Madan 1 and Sohaib is this t-shirt and Halima is there. Okay, now all of you be on screen. Why are you going away? You all need to be on screen. SH system. SH system. Yeah, I want SH system on the screen. You're on screen. Yeah, fine, great. Now, this is a question for everybody in the classroom, all the students and all the faculty. If I was a company and of these 4 students, I was willing to give a job to anybody who was confident and he asked for a job. Of these 4 people, SH system will not answer. I will ask the rest of them who should be given the job. Of these 4 people, who will be given the job? It could be all 4 or 2 of them or none of them or what. Even if they said, I don't know. Even if they said, I don't know what I want to do. At this point, I'm not clear. That is also confident. If that is also there, I will still give them a job and train them. Okay. So tell me of these 4 people, whom will I give a job? Whom do you think I should give a job? This is a quiz for the rest of the groups. All the groups. So you all heard, right? So if you've not heard, then it's your problem. But otherwise, I heard 4 students and I'm willing to give, actually, I think I'll give the job to two of these 4. So Vaishali is saying Halima was better. Okay, Halima will get the job. Who else? Anybody else will get the job? Anybody else? Who else will get the job? Afreen is saying, no, Afreen, you are, no, I thought, okay, Afreen. Okay, Afreen is saying Halima. Who else? What about the others? There are no more votes. No more votes. ARG to everyone. Madan. Madan 1 or Madan 2? You have to tell me Madan 1 or Madan 2. Madan 2. Okay. 2 Madan KN. Okay. You can also type 2 names. You can also type all 4. If you feel all 4 answered, I'm okay to give, but I just want to know what you all feel. Right? Okay. Someone is saying Madan 2, second Madan. Okay. See, I'm saying Madan 2. You will all see there is this Chinese whispers. right? You know Chinese whispers, right? You all have played the game Chinese whispers. I am very clearly saying, please type Madan 2. Then there will be different versions of that. One will say second Madan, one will say Madan, the Roman number 2, then someone, the second, the Madan in, a gray t-shirt. First of all, you should hear properly, right? I am saying, please type Madan 2. Okay. ARG to everyone, Madan 2. Okay. And then Halima, how many? So let's see how many votes for Halima, how many votes for Madan 2. What about Sohaib and Madan 1? Should I give a job to Sohaib and Madan 1? Yes or no? How many feel that I should give the job to Sohaib and Madan 1? They are hiding their feet. They don't want the jobs also. Looks like. Okay, fine. So let's go to the next classroom. Okay. Sorry? He has something to speak. Yeah, please speak. Why are you telling me he has something to speak? He can speak for himself, no? Why? So you are asking for a recommendation, is it? For the job?
Sir, it's Madan Kumar, sir. I did not spoke last time, sir.
No. My question to you is, if you have to speak, this classroom is available for everybody. You can directly speak to me. Why are you telling her to speak on your behalf? If the job interview is there, will she give the interview for you?
Sorry, sir.
No, there's nothing sorry. I'm happy to speak to any one of you. There's nothing sorry about it. Nor am I really giving a job right now, right? It's just that I'm trying to tell you how you need to be confident of yourself, right? Even if you're not aware, even if you don't know something, it's okay to say, I don't know it. That is better than shying away. If you're shy like this, then how will someone have confidence in giving you a job, right? You must think about it. You're doing a course, you're coming to a classroom and you're interacting with, you're learning something. You're not just simply coming for fun, right? After 1 year or 2 year, whatever time duration that you have, you will have to find a job for yourself. At that time, you can't be doing all this, right? So you need to prepare for that, right? So if your communication is not good, if you feel that you can't speak well, practice it. Practice will make it perfect. Every time if you tell Halima to speak for you on your behalf, that will not work. No, your communication will never improve. If you want to improve, you have to speak. And when will you speak? If you speak in these classrooms, this is where you will improve, right? Because here at least it is not the actual job, right? In the actual job, they will immediately reject. But here you can get that training, right? I'm not here to scold you for your communication. Did I tell anybody you don't speak well? Did I tell anybody that you don't speak well? I only said, please tell me what you want, right? Or if you think, you're able to understand me, right? All of you. By the way, all of you are able to understand me. Am I too fast, too slow? If you're able to understand me, please type yes. Okay, Afreen is saying Sohaib can be given. Suddenly, he has realized Sohaib also should be given the job. Afreen, I'd like to see you on the screen. Where is Afreen? Can Afreen come on screen? Okay, Afreen, can we have you on the, can you open your video and can you, are you a student, faculty, or, and I also want to know your interest.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes. Okay, Afreen, yeah. You are a student?
No, sir.
A lot of echo. There's a lot of echo.
I'm LD faculty.
Okay. Okay. No, it's only for mostly for the students. The answers were supposed to be given to the students. Okay. So that's fair enough. Why do you think Afreen should be given the job, by the way?
Halima, sir.
Halima. But you answered, you also mentioned Afreen, right?
No, I'm Afreen. I mentioned Halima to be given as a chance.
Oh, sorry. No, Sohaib. Sorry, Sohaib. You said Sohaib also should be given the job.
Yeah. Actually, sir, it can be both Shoaib and Madan can be given. But
Okay.
in these sessions, I have seen that Halima is confident in answering.
Okay.
But I also think that even Madan and Shoaib, if they get a chance to speak, even they can speak.
Okay, fine, fair enough. That's what I was trying. That is what I was trying to tell them. They need to speak. If given a chance, they need to speak up. All right. Okay, let's go to some other class now. Kionics, Belgavi, we're done. Kavita computers is like audio is very bad. Vaishali computers, Vaishali. There are only 4 or 5 classrooms. Rest of the videos are all off. Vaishali computers. Yeah. Please. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah.
Myself, Anusha from Vaishali Computers.
Okay.
I want to become a front-end developer.
You want to become a front-end developer. What is the difference between a front-end developer and a developer? Some of them wanted to become developers. So what is this front-end developer? I don't know. Tell me.
Design, technology, and programming.
Okay. What is a developer?
To develop a program in websites.
Okay. So now I'm asking the difference between a front-end developer and a developer. Is there a difference? Do you know what the difference is, or you're just randomly saying front-end developer?
Not yet, sir. Not yet clear about that.
Not clear. Okay. Tell me why you want to become a front-end developer. Not sure. Not sure. You just think it's an interesting area, right? You're not sure, right? Okay, no problem. I'm not scolding you for that, right? I'm just asking you. Yeah. So who is next in the classroom? That's fine. At least you were confident and you said you want to become a front-end developer, right? Who's next? Yeah, you please. Please go ahead. Can't hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Madhu.
Madhu, okay.
I'm pursuing my final year BSc. I want to become a bioinformatist. So that is why I've come to study with coding and programming.
You want to become a, sorry, that actual word, sorry?
Informatist.
Bioinformatist, is it? Wow, what is that? What is bioinformatist? Can you tell me what it means?
It's a field of science in the forensic where it uses the software
Slowly,
tools.
little slowly. Speak a little slowly, okay? Because you're a little fast. I'm not able to understand everything. Speak a little slowly. Yeah.
Forensic.
You will have to hold the mic properly because yeah, otherwise it's getting, you're shaking it and then it's getting off and on. Yeah. Tell me. And now it seems to be okay. Yeah, tell me.
It is a field of science in the forensic where it uses software tools to build and record the biological data in the laboratories.
Okay. Why are you interested in this field?
Basically, I'm a BSc student, so I have more interest on forensic science. So I thought to pursue my MSc in bioinformatics. So that is why.
Wonderful. I think so. One round of applause for what's your name? Your name is Madhu. Madhu. One round of applause for Madhu. I think she answered she's very clear about what she wants to do. At least that's what I feel at this point of time. She's clear, and then she's. So do you think she will, if she's clear about it, she will make attempt to learn things in that space and get into that area, right? You all agree about that, right? So how many of you say yes? Type yes if you think Madhu is clear. Madhu is clear. Okay, only one yes I got. Okay, all of you please get into that habit of chatting. Also, we'll have a lot of interaction, polls and all that like this. Okay. Okay, thank you, Madhu. Thanks for that. What about the rest of the students? Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
I think in your classroom, the mic needs to be held like this. Yeah, you need to hold it like this, and then yeah, so that, and then keep it steady. Don't keep moving it. Otherwise the audio is bad. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Akhil.
Akhil.
I can become a software developer.
Okay, you want to become a software developer. Okay.
Absolutely.
Why?
Sir, I am a student, become final student, sir. In marketing.
Okay. What BCom and marketing and developer. Okay. So, okay, fine. Go to the next one. Next student. Are you done or you want to tell me something else? That's all. Okay, fine. Go to the next one.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Ravichandra. I want to become a software developer.
You want to become a software developer. Okay. Anything interesting? Why?
Basically, I am from MCOM student, sir.
Okay.
But a lot of opportunity not in there in MCOM, sir. He is only in a lecture banking sector, sir. But I want to learn new in futures. So I want to choose a, I want to become a sub developer in future, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. Is that all? Anything else you want to tell me? Okay. Fine. Go to the next one. Next student.
Hi, sir. Vijay. So I want to become SAP ABAP developer.
SAP ABAP developer. SAP ABAP developer. Okay.
Currently, I'm working for Unilever on SAP PP, where I just want to upgrade myself for ABAP, where I can go and design and analyze all the complete data from that.
Okay. Is that all? Okay. Next.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Shweta. I want to become a data scientist developer.
Okay.
I have completed being electronics, sir. So I'm interested in data scientist developers.
Okay. Is that all? That's all? That's all? Anything else you want to tell me? Okay, fine. Next.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Geena. I want to become a front-end developer. I have also completed my engineering in computer science. I'm really interested to become a front-end developer. So I've joined this course.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I want to update myself and I want to pursue my all. I want to pursue my career in front-end and back-end developer.
Okay. Is that all? Anything else you want to tell me? Yes?
No,
No.
sir.
Okay. Next one. Next student. Okay.
Srileka. Third line faculty for practicals.
Okay. You're a faculty. Okay.
I want to become a software developer, sir.
You want to become a software. Okay. Okay. Is that all? Anything else you want to tell me? No. Okay, fine. Okay, now question to everybody in the classroom. Okay, not just Vaishali computers, for the entire group. Okay. Now there were, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students, I think, spoke up, and someone wants to become a software developer. Someone is, something else and all of that. I have one job for a software developer. Okay, front end or whatever. I have one job for software developer. Okay. It could be front end or whatever, that is fine. Whom should I give that job to from this classroom? Question to everybody. Only one job. Only one job is there, but whom should I give that job to? Of this batch of 1 to the 9 students, there's only one job. Whom should I give that job to? Madhu. Now, Madhu is some, what was your field, Madhu? Can you tell me your field? That was some forensic or something, right? What was the bio? Okay, bioinformatics job I've already given to Madhu. Madhu has got the job already. The rest of them, they have some other jobs. That software developer and all that. Whom should I give that job to? Whom should I give that job to? If you were in the interview panel, whom will you give that job to? Answers in the chat box. Okay, I'm making it very clear. You need to type the name of the person in the chat box. Okay, if you don't remember the name of the student, you can type the lady or boy or girl and then the color of the dress. You can all see them, right? So maybe you can just mention that. Okay. All right. No answers. Nobody should get the job. Nobody will get the job. At least say yes for this. I mean, I say in the sense type yes. Orange t-shirt guy, sir. Who's this Madan Kumar to everyone? Okay, orange t-shirt. The person who's already working. Who's that person who's already working? Okay, there are some answers. Let us get back. SAP. Okay, that SAP person will. Okay, he's also getting ABAP. He's getting that ABAP job. He's anyway getting. Programmer. Orange t-shirt guy, sir. Madhu, Abhijit, and all of that. Okay, now whoever is answering, I'm going to ask you why. Okay, Madan Kumar, can you come on screen? Whoever answered orange t-shirt guy, sir, can you please come on screen? Yeah. Yeah.
I already wanted to become software engineer, software developer.
Okay. Why do you think we should give a job to this orange t-shirt guy?
So he wants to become software developer.
Yeah, but there are 4 or 5 other candidates who want to become software developer. No, why should I give him that job? Of those 4 or 5, whom should I give? Why did you choose that? Or because the orange t-shirt is bright? Or there are some other reasons?
He's clear about his jobs.
Okay. You feel he was clear. You feel he was clear. Okay, fine. Anyway, I will not get into those details. Okay, the point of this exercise. Okay, let me first see who else is there. Who else? Anybody else? Okay, tell me one thing. Anybody wants to become something other than developer? Whoever is there in the students who wants to become anything interesting, anything other than developer, or you have a reason for why you want to become a developer? Do you have any thinking? Or simply you're saying, I want to become a developer, it's just randomly you're saying. If someone is there like that, please raise your hand or speak up, unmute yourself and speak right now. If you're very clear in the entire classroom, if someone is very clear what they want to do, very clear or at least reasonably knows what he or she wants to do, can you please unmute yourself and speak up? Those who did not speak up so far. Anyone else? Anyone who wants to speak? I will give exactly 5 seconds. After that, I will not ask. You've lost your chance if you don't speak up in the next 5 seconds.
Good afternoon, sir. Rohit here.
Yeah, Rohit, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Like I told you, I wanted to become a data scientist.
Okay.
So basically, like what drew me towards the field was the field of financial this thing, sir. How AI and Python is being used in the financial sector. Like I'm heavy into trading and all that.
Okay.
So like there have been cases where we can just write algorithms and we can do algorithm trading and all that, and all of this is supported by the platform Python and the AI platform.
Okay.
So like I was very interested into that and I wanted to get into it. So like, and learning Python is like the basic step that I'm taking towards my goal is what I feel. That's why I joined here. Like.
Okay, so once you learn Python, Rohit, after that, what kind of jobs will you apply for? Or do you think people will come with a job to you?
No, sir. Like I want to apply for something that is related in the financial services and with the use of AI and Python. So like I wanted to get into the financial service domain that uses artificial intelligence.
Okay, have you done any research? Which companies offer those kind of roles? Do you know any?
Like there is there is Zerodha, and Zerodha has something called as small cases. So like that does this, and then there are many consulting firms like financial management consulting firms that do algorithmic trading.
Okay.
Mostly, most of the financial portfolio management services and all those companies, they usually are into algorithmic trading.
Okay. Any names? Any names of the companies?
Like all the major ones are like the Motilal Oswal, like the fund houses, all the majority hedge fund houses and all.
Okay, so they have these kind of roles. You're saying they will have these kind of roles. So you will apply to those companies, right? You're saying that's what you will try and do.
Yeah, like this is what I want to get into is what I feel like. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Rohit. So how many of you feel Rohit will be having a better chance of getting a job? Type yes if you feel Rohit has a good chance of getting a job of his liking. Type yes in the chat box.
Ask ma'am why you are telling this.
No, because concurrently you was speaking.
Okay, so you see the clarity. Some of you students, the reason why I did this exercise, anybody else, by the way, anybody else like Rohit who's clear about what they want to do and they want to speak? Anybody else? Nobody? Okay, any other classrooms? Jex Matthew Thomas, are you a student or are you a faculty? Jex.
I'm a student, sir.
Okay, why are you so silent? I didn't hear anything from you. I think last time I heard you speaking. Today you are in some deep meditation or something. What are you wanting to do? Yeah.
I want to become a developer in cloud computing.
Developer in?
Cloud computing.
Okay. Any reason? What is your reason? Why? What interests you? Why do you think that is a good field?
I think in cloud computing, if you are good enough, you can get a well-paid job as well. And
excellent. Very good. I was also looking at these kind of answers. Obviously, you want to do a job because you want to get some good money, right? I mean, initially, if you're not, so yeah, so it pays well. You're saying cloud computing will pay well, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But aren't there other fields also where they will pay well? Why specifically only this area? What makes you interested in only this?
Currently, I'm doing a project in cloud computing for my BCA, so that I think it will be easier for me if I focus on that.
Okay, so you're already doing something. Then if you focus on that and if you build on that, you will have better chances of getting that job. And since all of them are, in your opinion, all of them are having same scope, so why not get into this first and then later on I'll explore further outside of that space. Is that how you're thinking?
Yes, sir.
Is that how you're thinking? Okay. Why didn't you speak up all this while? I was asking everybody to speak. I have to prompt you to speak. Then you spoke. Why didn't you take the chance to speak?
Sorry, sir. When I came, others were talking, so
you have to take it. So if supposing 10 people are there and they're all I'm giving jobs, right? And
yes,
if you say no, 10 people were there, they were all asking for the job. I was just waiting in the line. You will not get the job.
Okay.
No, there were some silence moments also. Still, you did not speak. I saw you luckily on the video on, and then because I had interacted with you last time, I asked you to speak and then you spoke up. At least you are clear. You seem to be clear about what you want to do. You should have spoken, right? Okay. Why are you so shy? Okay, that you go and figure out why you are shy, but you need to speak up. Okay.
Okay,
fine. Yeah. All right. Next, let's see if anybody else is there on the screen. Okay. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this exercise is, see, after 1 year or whenever you're finished with this course, what will the company who's coming to interview you, or whenever you're going to go for your interviews or whatever, what will they look for? Do they want your technical skills only? Do they only want your technical skills, whether you can actually code? And do you think the person who's interviewing you will have all the technical skills to, that they will anyway give you an examination paper and then they will check the examination paper if you answered all those questions. If there are 5 jobs and if there are 50 applicants, everybody will mostly answer those questions. Now I have to select only 5 people from the 50 applicants. What will I select them on the basis of? I will interview them, I will speak with them, right? I will interview and I'll talk to them. I need to feel comfortable that this person is able to communicate and understand our conversation. If you just simply keep quiet, if you're not able to speak up, I will not be confident in giving you the job, right? Even if you are the best of that 50, if you don't communicate, if you don't talk, if you don't come out and speak, because you will eventually in the company, you will become a part of a team, right? You will not be left on your own in your house and please code something and come back tomorrow. No, right? There'll be 5 other people working with you, 10 other people working with you, right? And we need to understand, I want to understand how you will interact with me. If I'm the boss, if I give you a job, how will you respond? How will you do that job for me? Will you just keep seeing stars, or you will wait for spoon feeding? Because I don't have the patience, I don't have the time to spoon feed, right? I won't have the time to tell you every little thing. You have to take it and you have to be confident, right? A lot of confidence is required. As much as your technical talent, a lot of confidence is required, right? So these classes, these sessions are an exercise. Take this as an exercise, as sessions on confidence building and coming out and speaking. The reason why we are talking to you is I want to see that you come out and speak, right? I want to see like you saw in the previous class, I think one class, where was that? Which classroom was that? I think they've all switched off their videos already. Which one was that? No, Vaishali Computers. Vaishali Computers, 10 of, I think 8, 9 people were there. And all of them were saying, I want to, many of them, not all of them, I want to become software developer, front-end software developer. I'm asking you, anything else you want to tell me? No, nothing else. I just want to become a software developer. What is interesting about you? Is there anything interesting that you can tell? Why you want to become that software developer? What made you get in? See, even if you tell me at this stage that it is my relatives who became software developers and I have a pressure to become a software developer, that is why I want to become, because I think I'll get good money in that role. I will have a good living. I will earn money, and that will be very satisfying. Yeah, so that's an answer at this stage to me. Okay, then I will prepare you for the next level of answers, right? So you need to be clear about yourself. Next time when we do this exercise, or next time when we meet, please think why you are doing these courses, why you are interested in a particular subject, what makes you want to do that role, right? Then, yeah, sorry, Vaishali Computers, right? Okay, you want to speak? Yeah, please go ahead.
As I said, I want to become a front-end developer. That is, I find that is very interesting, sir. I love coding.
Okay.
Me, I'm in a session.
Very passionate about his work, sir. As we can see, there might be the job pays well, and also it has great prospects in this career. And also we can be seen in working in very different variety of projects, and getting deal with variety of brands, interacting with brands. It has great opportunities. And as I am a CS student. I mean computer science student. My goal is to work in an IT company only. But not working in an IT company won't be satisfied for me. I want to upgrade myself. Whatever it is for front-end developer, back-end, or whatever. First, I don't know that why I'm selecting this, but I find this is interesting. It has various and varieties of things to do in this. Maybe this may be interesting in future while working with any sort of companies. But also, this is my answer for why I want to become a front-end developer.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anil?
Yes,
Anil,
yes,
this is Sarit. This is Sarit. I just joined in.
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
My video is off because I've joined from my mobile. Anil, I think what this lady was telling is she was talking about her interest. I think if you can throw the light whenever they go for an interview, it is basically, I think we should speak what interests the organization.
Correct.
How my coming into the organization will add values. Correct. If she can tell that part, then she's a runway hit in the success. So I think, Anil, if you can throw a light in that, that will be a much better situation, because these kids know they still are not very, very clear about how to answer interview questions. But I am very happy that you took up this topic today. In fact, I'll be very honest with you. I was not a part of this session, but Director Operations told me, no, you should be a part of the session wherever you are. He is taking up the interview part. So interview part is something which we have to take. But Anil, I think you can throw the light that whenever such a question has been put up, you always tell how you're coming into the organization will add values to the organization. That is where I think they have to be groomed from the knowledge that they're gaining. But anyway, Anil, you carry on with your mindset. I will not come in between.
No, sure.
I
Absolutely.
just heard this lady. I just heard this lady. That is why I chipped in. Carry on, Anil. Carry on.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. You're very right. Absolutely. So I was about to get into that topic, actually. So I was I think they took a lot of time to even open up to this stage.
Yeah,
so,
good.
Yeah,
but I'm very happy, Anil, that they've opened up.
Thank you.
That is very good.
Even I am. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Please.
Thank you. Yeah. So Vaishali Computers, right? I mean, that lady, what was your name? I'm sorry, I forgot your name once again, please. Can you come on? Yeah. Hina, right? Yeah. Thank you very much. And I think she was very bold. You got another, I wasn't asking you people, but then she thought, no, I got this chance. I missed this chance. And now I need to speak up again. Otherwise I will not be doing justice to myself being in the classroom. And I really appreciate her attempt to answer this the second time without me asking. She was, I think that's very interesting. Now, a good round of applause to her. Hina, so like that, I want all of you to participate. Okay, it's not this thing. So like sir was saying, what I'm also coming, I think it was a very, very valid point. First of all, you should know why you are wanting to do that job, right? Any role that you're doing, you should know why you want to do that. It could be because you want to earn a better salary, or your family members have joined those kind of roles and that is an inspiration for you. That's all fair. But next, when you're going for an interview, what do you think the company will be interested in? The company will be interested in seeing how you are going to solve their problems, the company's problems. Where do you fit into their scheme of things? Right? So all of you, like you said, some of you, you said you wanted to be in forensics, some of you are in ABAP, SAP, ABAP development, software development, front end, back end, all sorts of things. You need to do research why that area is important and how it will help that company where you're applying for your jobs. What role will you play in making their lives easier? Your managers or your bosses or the team that you join, how you are going to add value to that company, right? What is it that you're going to do? One is your interest. The other is what is in it for the company? What will the company gain by employing you? Like I saw, I think it was, who was it? I forgot the name. Who spoke about data science? Udit, right? Udit, you're there? Rohit, sorry. Rohit, you're there. So now can you explain your point from the company's perspective? What value will you add to the company, or why should the company take you? Right? So,
Yeah, sir. To add to that, I would say, like I've been, like if I'm going to an interview for a financial services company, then I would say that like I've been a very avid trader since like 2016. So like I know what is it from the customer's point of view also.
Okay.
So like if you take me into your organization with the knowledge of the data science and everything that I have, and with the experience as a customer, then I could provide a different dimension to you in developing whatever artificial intelligence course that you are doing for the algorithmic trading and all that.
Okay.
Also, like I'm a very good team player and a quick learner, and I have a knack for communication also. So like I can communicate with the superiors or the junior level to anybody in a very good fashion. I think I can get my point across easily. So that would also be a huge add-on. So yeah, I think I could add a different dimension to your team is what I would feel.
Okay. Thank you, Rohit. So a quick few observations in your answer from my perspective, right? I mean, you can build on that, right? Few things when you say, when you're going for an interview or when you're appearing, whatever you're doing, it's good to say that in points. You can always say, I bring 4 things to the table, or you can say, I can add value in 5 different ways, right? And then you can pinpoint each one of them, because when you're telling them all these benefits, it's easy to get lost, right? I mean, you've said so many things, everything seemed relevant and interesting, but by the time you came to your 3rd point or 4th point, I actually forgot the 1st point. Okay, he said he can do this, he can do that, he's a team player, I'm also this, and that's one thing. Okay, so prepare. When you're preparing, even when you're studying, you can actually keep preparing regularly. It's not like the day before the interview you have to prepare. You have to prepare through the course, that these are the 5 things where I can add value as a professional, and this is what I will answer. If someone asks me what value will I add, these are the 5 things I will bring to the company which nobody else can bring. That should be the level of confidence. Like you said, I have already got a lot of experience and exposure in some field, right? All of that field. You can say my kind of a mix is very rare, and therefore it is something very important that I bring to the table, right? You will not get my kind of a candidate. That's what you want to communicate, right? If I can get 10 more Rohits, why will I hire Rohit? I have to see some value in Rohit, right? If there are 10 others who are like you, I will see the best, whoever is the best amongst those 10 people, right? So you want to shine out as the best. So to shine out as the best, you have to point out those 4, 5 or 3 or whatever number of things that you think will add value to the company, right? So like you said, so that's one observation. The second one is, it's easy to say I will be a team player, I will be a this and I will be a that. Substantiate it with some examples. You should support that with some example. Like you said, you are you have some experience in, you can do all of that, whatever you said you will do. Give that with an example which you have already possibly done, or if you have researched that company, you can say, okay, this is the kind of product you have, I think this product needs this kind of more development or something like that. I can bring that new dimension to that product or service. I can make it better. Only if you can make
sir, like what I actually meant to say was, like, I don't actually have a experience in the financial domain or anything. I don't as a customer, like I have it.
So Rohit, I'm not going back to the details of what you said. I'm saying
I think Anil,
yes.
Anil, should I chip in with your permission?
Yeah, please, sir. Please go ahead.
Anil, I think this boy, Rohit, is doing a same mistake which most of the kids do in the interview when we take. We don't know any of the weakness of the candidate. These candidates are rattling out the weakness on their own. You know, you never asked him that whether he's weak in finance domain or not, but he rattled it out. Now, most of the students, they make this mistake, which they should never do. Let the interviewer find out your mistake. You should not rattle out your mistake to the interviewer. Because if you give your mistake to the interview, you're actually rejecting yourself. You're rejecting yourself. You should not say. He never asked you a question on finance domain. Anil, I think, do you think that if we do a role play, both of us, student will get benefited out of it? You ask me questions, I answer them. Although they cannot see me today because my camera is off. I'm in a campus and they are not supposed to, these jammers are on, but I am still taking the session. But since you are talking to them and I think they can hear me, all of them can hear me, no? All of them can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, yeah, sir. Great. So Anil, how about you becoming an interviewer and I put myself in the hot seat? I put myself on the hot seat. You ask me questions, I will try to answer and let them get a feel that how they face an interview, whether it is an IT company or a logistics company. I just ask you to choose which is the company and let me know. And for the next 5 minutes, we'll do this role play on the interview process. Then I think they will come to know that how they should answer when an interview question has been posed to them from an industry that they are joining. Yeah, Anil. Tell me.
Okay, sure, sir. So maybe we can take a company like, let's say Wipro, and then we are looking at some entry-level roles, right? I mean, for their, at this point of time, I think that is what would be relevant. So maybe
Wipro at an entry level, right, Anil?
Entry level, yes. So fresh roles and then fresher roles. And
yes. So please let us start on.
Yeah. So, so Mr. Saret, please tell us about yourself. What are you good at in terms of skills, and what do you think you want to do?
Thank you very much, sir. At the outset, you have given this brilliant opportunity to me to come to this esteemed organization. And, today I'm very happy to sit in front of you and you esteemed people. I definitely want to join this organization because this organization is doing great in the last 4 to 5 years. It has really done very good in the IT space as well as in the non-IT space. So if I join this organization, I feel initially I'll be learning a lot and then take up this learning as a befitting reply to the other customers of these organizations so that Wipro can really overcome a lot of new spaces. That is what I am looking for, sir. I hope I have been able to answer your question, sir.
Yes, we will proceed further, but what I wanted to really understand is what are your strengths and what are the areas that you have worked on in terms of technical areas, and what exactly do you think, what kind of roles are you looking for? What is it that what have you applied for? And
sir, I have always been a team player. I work always in a group. I always work in a group. And the areas in which I'm really interested is maybe product development. And also, sir, I would also like to be involved into new process engineering of maybe the future development of Wipro if I am given a chance, sir.
Wonderful. Okay. So have you done any research on the company, and what do you know about Wipro? I mean, besides what you've already said, any specific areas that you're interested in, or have you kind of looked at any specific product? And
so at an entry level, I'm looking at the Wipro Pi. I'm looking at their customer base of banking, which is one of their customer base on banking. They're also giving a lot of support to the fellow IT people. And the most important thing is, of late, I see that Wipro is into foreign acquisitions. So I know, sir, at an entry level, this will be difficult, but I would like to first learn, as I said, as a team player, as a part of the team player in all these 3 verticals, which I have spoken right now, so that I can fit into one of the verticals in the 5 years or 6 years from now.
Okay, so you said you always worked in groups and you are a team player. Can you give us an example of some project or something that you've done and where you've worked and demonstrated good team effort and teamwork?
Sir, initially while doing my engineering, I had done a project. I had done a project on AI. And, this project was basically, we have a group of students who had, been given a job, a development process work. And we wanted to bring in, and you can say a blending of humans and technology put together. So it was basically, you can say a demo robotic process, which we got it developed. And in that robotic process, we were trying to bring in AI as a next level, for the manufacturing units, effective development of assembly line. Basically, in the assembly line was the project given to us, and that is where I was involved in with my fellow group members, sir. And my job was basically to make the prototype. Okay, so each one of us were given the job, and my job was basically to make the prototype.
And who was leading the team? You were leading the team as well?
I was leading the team. I was leading that team, and the directions were coming from me. But sir, I will not take the full credit to myself, because I was blessed with a wonderful team players who had literally worked along with me. And wherever process demand was there, wherever they were good, I allowed the leadership to go through the other direction, because my basic objective was to see that this project becomes successful and this prototype becomes accepted.
So was it accepted, and what was the result?
Yes, sir, it was accepted. It was accepted. I'm very happy to say that it was accepted. And not only that, we got a huge ranking and remarks on our final year project. And in the Viva VOC, we were really appreciated on this.
Okay. Okay, so you demonstrated a good amount of teamwork and some leadership skills through this project is what you're trying to say.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir. That is what I'm trying to say, sir. But there is always a scope of improvement, sir. I will not say that this opportunity was given to me to demonstrate it, but there is always a scope of improvement, and that is why I'm sitting in front of you, sir, because Wipro might give me this lot of scope of improvement on the leadership quality, as well as it will also help me into going through a lot of teamwork process, so that I can personally grow, and in the long run I will also allow the company also to grow by working with various team members, so that in cross vertical, so that I grow across up the ladder.
So how will you, okay, fair enough. So how will you face the challenges of a corporate life? See, while you're studying and while you're doing your studies, yes, you will do a lot of projects, and I'm happy that you shared some of those examples, but you will have some challenges. What challenges do you see as you get into the corporate role or corporate kind of work environment? Do you see yourself facing any challenges?
Sir, being a tech student, you'll appreciate, sir, we had been facing challenges in our institute also. It was never easy. See, we had the quizzes, we had the work, we also had the projects. So challenges is something which doesn't deter me, sir. I always love these challenges. And sir, one thing which the technological college has taught me is to have a work-life balance. And sir, I beautifully balance my work as well as my life. Both I take it in a different area, and I see to it that it doesn't overpower or pull me down on my levels of excitement. So whenever there is a challenge, I think challenge will only come, sir, when there is an opportunity waiting for me. So I have to take these challenges and see that I upkeep these opportunities and grow up, and allow the organization also to grow up along with me. I hope I have answered your question, sir.
Yes, Mr. Sarit. So, all right. And do you have any questions for us at this point of time?
Sir, right now, I have only one question with me that we have been interacting for the last about 5 minutes. How did you find, sir, my approach? And if you would suggest that I have to really look into improving myself in some areas, I'll be highly obliged to know that, because I am always a person of the nature who believes in constant improvement. So if you can guide me on that angle, I'll be highly obliged, sir.
Sure. So I think you had kind of explained your areas of work in terms of teamwork and leadership skills and all of that. So fairly impressive, and I think we will definitely revert back to you, and we will let you know how we want to take this forward, and we wish you all the best, Mr. Sarit.
Thank you very much, sir. It was an honor to have this meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Anil, you can now go on.
Yes, sorry, sir. So, yeah, so I mean, that was a little tough for me to refer to you as Mr. Sarit, but yeah. So,
No. So, we were really playing the role. So
yes,
please,
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so do you have any observations, or do you want me to kind of
No, Anil, it is perfect, because why I wanted is the student should know what are the type of questions they are being put up in the interview and how the interview is supposed to answer. So I tried to give an approach of, how the company benefits and how I also personally benefit. And what I showed in this interview process, that at no point of time I was showing attitude. At no point of time I was showing, I kept myself very humble. And since I am sitting in the other side of the table, I have to respect Wipro. And I also was always telling that how Wipro will grow if I am into the organization, and how I will benefit by joining Wipro. So always the respect to the organization has to be given. And at no point of time I had rattled out my weaknesses. Now, right. You have tried to corner me so that I could have rattled out a weakness by saying that, look, sir, I was not prepared for this, which most of the students do. Let me honestly tell you that, sir, this is something which I don't possess. No, I didn't allow. Although the project which you asked me for a very superficial project which I gave, I never did that project. I did it within this interview process. We created a project on our mind and we let this interview through. So imagine then, but if you do a project, you should be very clear about that project, because that is where you are going to be cornered. And I think again there is an echo. Is it Sidhu? Sidhu, mute yourself.
Now it's okay.
Hello.
Sir. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, yeah. I think I know. Even when I'm somewhere else, I know why this echo is coming. Okay. So great, Anil. So that is what I'm trying to show in the interview process. That Anil can ask me anything and everything. He has the right. He is sitting on a higher pedestal. As far as I am concerned, I cannot say that I was not prepared for this answer if I want a job. And another thing which Anil was all through telling you people over the process of the interview, that at no point of time, for God's sake, rattle out your weaknesses. Don't let the other person know your weakness, because the minute he starts asking question on your weaknesses, you will come under a shell and you will spoil your interview. Correct me, Anil?
Correct. Absolutely.
As long as you are from the position of strength, you will be very, very confident and you will be answering. But the minute you give a weakness, it's just an entry point. And that is where the interviewer will enter and rip you apart. So don't allow the weakness. Good, Anil, you took this session today. This session was planned actually in August, but good that you took up this session. I hope the students will understand through this role play. Incidentally, we are having another role play and simulation day after tomorrow in your session. So I think I really enjoy with you playing these roles, and students will learn a lot through this. Anil, carry on. I have to go now.
Thank you.
Because I did come for this 15-20 minutes. I thought I will just go through. I have to leave this meeting because I have to enter into another meeting. Thank you very much, Anil, for allowing me this. And once again, thanks a lot for today's session. Thank you, Anil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thanks to Sarisa once again. And so all of you, how many of you understood this role play, and how many of you grasped something out of this? See, the reason why I took up all of this today was not, I mean, I hadn't really planned for doing these role plays. I had something in addition to it. The reason was I wanted you to start thinking about why you are doing your course, first of all. If you're coming for these sessions one after the other, it's not blindly coming and sitting and attending them and going back, right? Have at least some thought process in your mind as to why you are attending, and start becoming clearer about your ambition. You may not be very clear at this point, but by the time you go for an interview, you should be very clear. Like Sir was saying, you cannot expose your weaknesses there, right? In the interview, right? If you do that, then you're gone. Right? I mean, you will have to face a difficult task there. So you have to show your confidence. You have to come out with your, reasons for being in that place and why you are important for that organization without showing an attitude. Without showing an attitude, you have to be humble. At the same time, you have to show how you will add value if you join that organization. Right? Is that clear? Okay. Yeah, your question is, Halima, we understood, sir, it was completely professional, but what if we don't have any work experience? But sir was showing one without work experience only, no? He was saying we did an exercise or project in the college, and they were leading that, and it was awarded the best prize, or all those kind of things. So you can talk about your experience. You'll always be, there's always a starting point. In fact, it's true for most of you, right? It's true for most of you. So I don't think that's a very valid reason, right, Halima? Yeah. Someone wants to speak. Ashlesh, is it? Ashlesh?
Sir, myself, Ashlesh Shetty. I'm currently pursuing engineering from KLE, Belgaum. Sir, actually, I joined this class late because I had exam in my college.
Okay.
So I introduced you late, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Fair enough. That's fine. So you just wanted to tell me why you joined late, is it? That's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So you can catch up maybe with the recording or something like that. All right. Okay. Now I want some insights from whatever we did. This, this role play that we did with Sir just now, and all that we discussed before that. Who wants to kind of explain that back? What is it that you think? What are your takeaways? What you learned from this? In the last 10 minutes or so, we will discuss that. Okay. Today, what I want you to do is go back from today onwards. every time you come for a session, whether it is my session or any other session, be clear why you are coming for these sessions. What is it that you want to gain out of these sessions? What role do you want to play going forward in your career? Be clear. Every time you should become more and more clearer, so that by the time you come for an interview, you are well prepared with technical answers, with your confidence levels, and with your answers regarding anything that might be thrown at you in the interview. Right? There are very standard questions. Tell us about yourself. Why do you want to do this role? Right? All of these things. Prepare yourself for these answers, because it is the interview that will actually make or break. Obviously, after that, once you get into the job, you need to perform there, but the interview is very critical, right? So you need to prepare yourself. This groundwork has to go as a preparation for interviews. So who wants to go and go in the sense, come on screen and explain what they understood today from today's session? Who wants to be confident and who's energetic enough to come on screen and explain, this is what I learned and that was a wonderful lesson? What are your takeaways from today's session? Who wants to speak? You can unmute yourself and speak. Or you can type in the chat box, because we'll have multiple unmutes. So you can type in the chat box your name and I will ask you to unmute yourself and you can speak. Can you type your name in the chat box? Nobody? Rashmi, Kionic Subli to everyone, Rashmi. Rashmi wants to speak? Okay. Rashmi, please go ahead and speak. Rashmi, yes. Whoever wrote someone wrote the name Rashmi, right? From Kionic Subli. Can you please go ahead and speak?
Sir, I typed in chat box.
Yeah, you typed in chat box, yes. The reason why you wanted to speak, right?
No, sir.
No, then why did you type? Okay, because I just want to, so I was asking whoever wanted to speak, please type your name in the chat box. So the question is very clear. Again, you're all experts at going back into your shells, sitting nicely, comfortably, and then, not, waiting for someone else to speak, right? So my question is very simple. There'll only be one chance. Only one person will be allowed. One of you, please decide on your own if you want to speak and speak for your, okay, Jyoti. Jyoti, can you unmute yourself and speak? Kavita Computers. Okay, yeah, you can speak. Yeah, good afternoon, Jyoti.
Today I learned about the required confidence and problem solving skills.
Today we did not speak about problem solving skills.
No, sir. But if you get any job opportunity, we have to learn about the problem solving skills, sir.
No, you first have to be clear about why you will be adding value to that company. You have to be prepared in every question, since you see, when you go for an interview, you will not know what questions they will ask you. Technical questions, obviously you will answer. Okay, they will ask you some code or something else, you will answer those. You should be prepared to answer those, right? But the other questions, like tell us about yourself, why you will add value to the company, or give me an example of some project where you have done a project successfully. You should be prepared with those answers, right? And to be prepared for those answers, first of all, you should be clear why you are applying for that role. What is this that I'm going to do? And be clear about your ambition, right? Yeah. Okay. Rohit from SSC Haveri. Yeah. Can you speak? Rohit? Yeah, Rohit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rohit.
Sir, we learned about, firstly, you told us to like be clearer every day of what we want to do and what we want to get out of this course. That is the first and foremost thing.
Okay.
Then the second thing would be like to be very confident and not to rat out our weaknesses until and unless asked upon in an interview.
Okay.
Like that was the main takeaway
No,
from
you're
you. And
saying you should not rattle your weakness until and unless asked about. Even if you're asked about your weakness, you should not tell your weakness, right? Let them find out.
No, I mean like do not say it unprompted. Do not say anything unprompted
So therefore,
about your weakness.
Rohit, you have to speak a little slowly. You have to compose your words and speak a little slowly, okay? So that you don't rattle out things which you don't mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And sir, like I actually had a doubt also, sir, to add to whatever we discussed today.
Okay.
So basically, like I had mentioned in the previous discussion that I've worked in the construction industry before, and now I'm planning to shift to the data science fields.
Okay.
So like I've been in the construction industry for like 4 years now, and now I'm doing a project. I'm learning this, and then I'm switching.
Okay.
So like when I'm in that kind of a position, then like it becomes difficult to talk about previous projects, that this and all also, because I'll have like one project only to show.
Okay.
So in that kind of scenarios, like how do we go about it?
Okay, so what do you think you should be doing? So there are two options. One, you can say all my previous experience is useless and irrelevant for this new role. So please don't consider all that previous experience. But I have done one project, maybe as part of my course. You can look at that course, and based on that, you can choose me for the new role. Will you do that? Is that a good answer?
No.
Then what do you think is a good answer?
So I think.
So So my question is, what are those things from your previous job may not be completely about data science, or there may not be much about data science in your previous job. But it was a job nevertheless, right? It was a job nevertheless. What are those transferable skills? Having a job and doing a job is also an achievement in itself. There are a lot of transferable skills. You may be a team manager, team player, maybe you learned the discipline of working in a role. Working in an environment, in a corporate role is an achievement. So you have to highlight those things. And on top of that, I have this experience in data science and I'm very interested in this. That is why I need to switch to, you don't even have to say switch. You let them use the word switch. You have to say, I'm looking for roles in this space. That's about it. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Somebody else wanted to speak. Altaf. Okay. Rohit from SS. Okay. Hina from Vaishali Computers. Okay. I think Hina already spoke. Pratibha from Belgavi. Kionics Belgavi. Okay, Pratibha, you go next. Pratibha from Belgavi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Pratibha from Belgavi. From today's session, I have understood. Yes, whatever, we should be very confident, and whatever we are speaking, that should be very clear. So the interview, suddenly they need to catch that what the guy want to tell, what he is conveying. And the role play between sir and you, I understood that sir had mentioned that even though he was a leader, he was also given a priority to other team members also, and
very good.
He was humble while in the leadership also. So he should not show the attitude or so. Just I want to tell us we need to humble and we should not highlight on the whatever weak points we have. Should always highlight on the whatever strength we have, so that if they ask the questions regarding that topic, immediately we can ask and highlight our interviews.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Pratibha. Wonderful. So I hope you will take this back and you will use this and keep improving yourself every day. Right? Every day this should be in your mind. Why am I coming to these sessions? What will I learn? And how will I use that for my ambition, for my future role? Otherwise, there are so many things to learn. All of these things, YouTube is also there. Then there are, so many, Facebook is there. All those things are there. So you can keep on researching and keep on finding things all over the place, but you need to be focused on what you have to do, right? And what is your goal. Okay, Jyoti from Kavita Computers, I think she spoke, right? Jyoti from Kavita Computers. Yeah, I think you spoke, or you want to speak? No. Yeah, you spoke. Yeah, thank you. All right. So are there any questions? Any last few questions? Anyone else wants to speak or anything? Please go ahead. I'll give you some time for that, and then we can call it a day for today's session. Anyone wants to speak can unmute themselves and speak.
Hello, Anil sir.
Yes, Tahir. Yes.
Yeah, hi. This is Tahir from Kionics.
Okay. Yes, Tahir.
So I have a suggestion for all of us. So can we have a small discussion on in the next session on design thinking or empathy mapping? Based on that, we could understand more of the personality of others, so that we could judge each other properly.
Why do you think design thinking will help us judge each other's personality? Do you know about design thinking, or what is it that you?
Yes, sir. I studied design thinking. I got training under the entrepreneurship forums.
Okay, wonderful. So how do you want to apply design thinking? For what you want to apply design thinking? For, what is the objective? What is the problem that you want to solve by using this design thinking approach?
To understand a personality, to form a network, understand the community in terms of having the interaction properly to keep the context and get going with the research and experiments.
Okay, I'm not very clear, but by the way, you are a student or a faculty in this whole?
I'm the trainer for this. Yeah,
and how many of your trainers are there? I mean, how many of your students are there?
So I have 21 students.
21 students.
Yeah.
Okay. So see, I can coach on design thinking. I can train on design thinking, but you want a session on design thinking, or you want to use the design thinking approach for solving some problem within this group?
Yes, sir. As you taught in the last session, how to solve the problems. So empathy mapping and brain dumping will help them to understand the problem solving very easily, as I feel. So that's why I just thought to tell you, sir.
Okay, so let me speak with the organizing team, and I will check if they're okay with that. I can also handle a design thinking session. Okay, may not be the immediate next session, but we can plan for that. Yeah, so we'll keep and make a note of that, and then we'll do that. Okay, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tahir. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other last few questions or any other thoughts? So everybody is silent. Everybody loves to be silent, and after 2 hours anyway, it's a tiring 2 hours. So, why should we speak? Anyway, it's going to end. Jex Matthew holds his mic to his mouth as if he's going to speak, but he doesn't speak. Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah, you wanted to speak?
Yeah, I mean, you asked for the what we learned, so I want to. Like I learned
so
how and
only
how
when
not.
I ask you, you speak. You don't speak on your own. Yeah,
I already put it in the chat box.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, tell me, James.
So like I learned how and how not we should attend an interview. Like you have addressed the usual mistakes we make, and what all the changes that we have to add while attending an interview.
Correct. So will you make a note of these from next time onwards? Will you keep preparing yourself? Yeah. See, I'm not saying by next session you'll all be perfect. Obviously, it will not be. You will need time, right? So at least you keep continuously evolving, and by the time you reach the sessions for interviews and all of that, you should be well prepared for handling interviews, right? Yes, right. Sir. So I will all leave you with a short this thing. Let's say there is a ship. Okay, if the ship is left without if there is no sailor for the ship in the sea, if the sailor is not there and there is no direction, there is no map, where will the ship go? It will it is just left, it is just pushed or given some little bit of initial thrust and then left in the sea. Where will the ship go? It will either go aimlessly to some place, or it will crash. I mean, there'll be some kind of a mishap, or it will stay wherever it was, maybe around that place, right? So unless there is a direction given to it, unless there is a sailor who's giving that direction to that ship to move to a particular place, it will not reach its destination, right? You can't expect the ship to reach its destination without a map, without a sailor, and without any direction, right? So when you're coming for these sessions, the reason why I wanted to bring all these things today is, please give yourself some direction. Give yourself some direction as to why you want to become what you want to become. If you're not clear, clarify those things. Okay, and then it will make sense for us to discuss topics and get into those kind of discussions. Otherwise, doing session after session is not going to be really very helpful. Okay, all right. So with that, I will conclude this session from my side, and I think it's been a 2 hours of grueling session for you all as well. So let's meet again in the next session. Till then, I wish you all the best. All right. Yeah. Thank you. I hand over to the organizing team. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.